In one of my recent videos, I compared a narcissist's hypersensitivity to that of a highly sensitive person. Because while some people think that being hypersensitive and being highly sensitive are interchangeable, they are actually two completely different things. So if you haven't seen that video, make sure to check it out now. Today, I want to talk about how to be able to tell if you are a highly sensitive person. When I was trying to determine this for myself, I found tons of characteristics that outlined highly sensitive people. What helped me to really determine if I was highly sensitive was learning about the 4 characteristics that are made up in the acronym DOES, D-O-E-S, and that's what we're going to consider today. So if you are still on the fence and you're not sure if you're a highly sensitive person, make sure you watch this video. It's important to understand that if you are a highly sensitive person, these would be characteristics that you had throughout your lifespan. So it's not something you developed at a certain age, but it's actually something that you had your whole life. So we're going to start with the acronym DOES with the letter D, and that's depth of processing. In a highly sensitive person, there's a part of their brain called the insula, which is located in the cerebral cortex. It's the part of the brain that enhances our perception and increases our self-awareness. Somebody that's highly sensitive has this part of the brain highly activated. So because their perception is enhanced, they see things not just on a surface level, but they see things deeper, and they see things often that are there that most people miss. So they have a lot more emotional information going on. How this shows up in their personality is the fact that because they have all of this extra emotional information, they tend to think and reflect a lot more before making a decision, before changing tasks, because they're always absorbing all of this extra information that's around them. So this kind of helped me to understand myself. So when I was on the fence with, am I a highly sensitive person or not, I could see that I'm able to perceive things, I'm able to see things on a deeper level, I'm able to notice things that maybe some others don't notice, but I don't always pause and reflect between things. I usually am very quick to make decisions. I'm very quick to make changes. So learning this kind of helped me to see that while I had some similarities in common with highly sensitive people, that particular characteristic definitely helped me to see where I was. Okay, moving on in the acronym to the O. O is overstimulation. Because they notice subtle details in their environments, they're more emotionally impacted by social stimulation. So they're often overstimulated and exhausted after being in social situations, which is why a lot of HSPs find that they are introverts and they need that downtime to kind of recuperate from all the overstimulation. Moving on to the E, and that is emotional responsiveness and or empathy. So in brain scans of people that have HSP, they have come to understand that there are more mirror neurons in their brain, which are the neurons responsible for helping us to feel another person's pain. They're the neurons that help us to empathize with others. So this was the one that always was confusing to me because I feel that I am an empath, right? I can feel people's emotions. I can feel their energy, but and this is the interesting thing. While every HSP is an empath, not every empath is an HSP. So when I learned that as well, that kind of helped me in determining where I was. So moving on to the S in the acronym, and that's sensitivity to subtleties, sensory stimuli. HSPs, because they're very perceptive, notice things, they notice changes in the environment, they notice nonverbal cues that most people would overlook. They're also affected by strong sensory input such as bright lights, loud noises, strong smells, or even textures. Those are 4 characteristics of a highly sensitive person. I would be curious to know how many people watching this video are highly sensitive people, or maybe you're an empath but not a highly sensitive person, or maybe you're both. Let me know in the comment section below.